Hello Year 4, so today in art we are going to be learning how to draw a Roman soldier. So all you need is a pencil, a rubber and then 2 pieces of paper. So you'll need one to practice on and one to do your final drawing on. Okay, so what I've done is I've split my page into 4 and I'm going to practice each time to try and get the best drawing that I possibly could get. So for my first drawing, I looked at it and I thought, I'm not sure if the legs or the arms are wide enough. So then on my second drawing, I tried really hard to make the legs and the arms wider. So I improved my drawing. And then for this one, I looked back again at my last drawing. I think the legs might be too long still. So I've looked here and I tried really hard to make the legs shorter. So for my final drawing, you can practice as many times as you like, but I've just practiced 3 times so far. I'm going to draw one more and try and make it the best possible drawing that I can do. So I'm going to draw my head, I'm going to draw my neck, and draw the shoulders of my Roman soldier. I'm going to put 2 eggs. So you're using the exact same technique that you have already learned of your eggs and your sausages to draw your soldier. So remember, you've already done this in class. So I've got 2 eggs for the shoulders, and I'm going to draw my body. And then I'm going to do a sausage for this arm and a sausage for this arm. And I'm going to draw an egg for the elbow. And I'm going to draw 2 more sausages to show the rest of my arm. And then I'm going to draw 2 eggs to show my hands. And I'm going to draw 2 eggs to show the hip bones. And I'm going to draw sausages for my legs. So you're just using the exact same shapes each time to add on to your drawing. And I've got to the end. I'm going to draw my feet on. So you're going to do the exact same thing. You're going to practice as many times as you want to until you get to the drawing that you think is the best possible one that you can do. So now I'm going to look at all of my drawings and I think that this one is my favourite. So I'm going to get a new piece of paper and I'm going to copy out my favourite drawing from my practice. I'm going to do the exact same thing, but I'm going to make it bigger on the page. So I've got my head. I'm trying really hard to make it bigger so it fills the page. You can use any size page that you like, any page that you have. And draw the shoulders, eggs for the shoulders. I'm going to draw the body in the exact same. I'm just from my practice, now putting it onto the real thing. Okay, so now I've got my arms. And the elbows, the rest of my arms. I've got my hip bones, got my legs, and then do my feet. So can you see I've tried to make this one bigger so that it fills the page. In my practice it was quite a bit smaller because I was just doing it in this little box, but for your real one you can make it bigger so it stands out and it fills the whole page. Okay, even if you don't like this drawing, you don't feel like you have to keep it the exact same. So I think I'm going to make my body a little bit wider. Okay, so now I'm happy with my drawing. What I'm going to do is I'm going to add a few things that would represent a Roman soldier. So I've got this picture I'm going to look at. So I can see the Roman soldier's got a shield, he's got a sword, he's got some armour, he's got a helmet, and he's got some sandals. So I'm just going to choose a few things that I think would look really, really good on my Roman soldier. So firstly I'm going to draw my shield. So I'm going to draw it in a circle. Like that. So I've got my shield. And then I'm going to draw my sword. So, my sword. And then I'm going to draw, I think I'll draw a helmet. I'm just using the picture to help me. So now, I've got a few things that represent my Roman soldier. So the last thing that I'm going to do now is I'm going to get my watercolour paints. So you should all have some watercolour paints at home. So I've got some watercolour paints, I've got some water, I've got a paintbrush. So when I think about Roman soldiers, the colours that come to mind are reds and browns and yellows. So I've got a red here. What I'm going to do is just put a little bit onto some cardboard, or you can put it in anything that is okay to use for you at home. Okay, so I'm just going to practice painting. So don't feel too confident yet, so I'm going to practice it first using the watercolour paints. Oh, so that, can you see? The paint doesn't really come out too much. So that was when my paintbrush was dry. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a tiny little bit of water to my paintbrush, and then I'm going to try again. Can you see the paint looks so much nicer? And it goes on a lot easier when you add a little bit of water. But if I put too much paint, then it goes too much water, it goes really light. So I'm just going to try to put a small amount of water so that it comes out really nicely. Okay, so I'm going to use that colour. I think what I'm going to do is put that on my shield. I'm going to paint it all. And to be really careful to paint it as neatly as I can. So I've added red to my shield. And where else could I put the red? So I could put the red, maybe I could do a belt. So I can see my Roman soldier's got a belt. So I could do a red belt too. Okay, now I think I might do a brown helmet. So I'm just going to get my paintbrush. I'm going to clean it because I'm using a new colour now. I'm going to get the brown. I can practice again to make sure it looks okay. And I'm going to put that on my helmet. So if your paintbrush does get too wet, don't worry, you could just wipe it with a tissue and it'll be okay. So I've got my helmet. So you can do any colours that you want to and add on any shapes that you want to, as long as it represents the Roman soldier. Okay, those are all the ones that I'm going to do with you today. So have a go at yourself. Remember, practice your drawing, and then draw it onto a new page, and then add your colour with your watercolour paints. Let us know how you get on. Bye bye.